Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, evening headlines on September 11, 2023. A fascist tried to electrocute us on stage, the musicians who took on the Chilean junta. Hong Kong, cliffside mansions at risk of collapse after record rains. Hurricane Lee forecast, hurricane, re-strengthening, but path remains unclear as Margot nears hurricane status. The Independent, Hurricane Lee will batter U.S. East Coast. Cat 2 storm is forecast to cause waves of up to 10 feet at beaches. A Daily Mail, Hurricane Lee, East Coast on edge as major cat. 4 storm whips north with 150 miles per hour winds. The Mirror, Hurricane Lee update, hurricane, re-strengthening, but path remains unclear as Margot nears hurricane status. The Independent, weather tracker, Hurricane Lee to strengthen as it nears U.S. East Coast. Trudeau's plane breaks down leaving him stranded in India after G20 ends. The Independent, Canada PM Justin Trudeau stuck in India after plane breaks down. The Guardian, secessionist elements inciting violence against Indian diplomats in Canada, Modi tells Trudeau. Anadolu Agency, English, opinion, Canada's PM Trudeau has given up on diplomacy, snub from India and G20 leaders proves it. News 18, Trudeau's India agony, after Modi's terse Khalistan rebuke at G20, plane breaks down, details. Greek minister resigns after late ferry passenger death. BBC, Greek minister resigns over death of ferry passenger allegedly pushed into sea. The Guardian, Greek shipping minister resigns over the death of a man who was pushed off a ferry ramp. The Independent, Greek shipping minister resigns following comments over ferry death. Reuters, Greece's shipping minister resigns a week after a passenger pushed off a ferry ramp drowns. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano erupts for third time this year as authorities issue red warning. The Independent, Hawaii volcano Kilauea starts erupting after 2-month pause as officials issue red warning. Daily Mail, Kilauea volcano erupts spewing smog and lava into air in Hawaii with residents warned. The Mirror, watch live, Hawaii's Kilauea volcano erupts for third time this year. The Independent, Hawaiian volcano Kilauea erupts after 2-month pause. Chile marks military coup as divisions continue. BBC, the US can rebuild trust abroad, by declassifying embarrassing intelligence. The Guardian, how disappearance became a global weapon of psychological control, 50 years on from Chile's US-backed coup. The Conversation, 50 years after Chile's coup, the region still not safe from US meddling. Al Jazeera English, what can Chile's politicians learn from the coup in 1973? Mount Taranaki, climber survives 600 meters fall with minor injuries. BBC, climber survives 2,000 feet fall down deadly Mount Taranaki in New Zealand. The Telegraph, New Zealand, exceptionally lucky climber survives 600 meters Mount Taranaki fall with only minor injuries. Sky News, climber rescued after falling hundreds of meters down Taranaki Maunga. Stuff.co.nz, another rescue on Taranaki Maunga has seasoned mountaineer at a loss for how to get safety message across. US explorer trapped in Turkish cave could be rescued within hours latest. The Independent, trapped caver Mark Dickey brought closer to the surface by rescuers in Turkey. Euronews, cave rescue mission to save ill researcher stuck 3,000 feet underground could take 10 days. Sky News, what to know about a major rescue underway to bring a US researcher out of a deep Turkish cave. The Independent, trapped caver Mark Dickey brought closer to the surface by rescuers. King Charles sends good wishes to Kim Jong-un on North Korean anniversary. The Independent, King sends Kim Jong-un good wishes as dictator prepares to meet Putin. The Times, King Charles congratulates North Korea's Kim on country's founding anniversary. Khalid Latif, cricketer sentenced over Dutch MP Geert Wilders murder threat. BBC, Dutch court sentences Pakistani ex-cricketer who threatened Geert Wilders. Al Jazeera English, Pakistani ex-cricketer sentenced to 12 years for threatening Dutch far-right leader. The Independent, ex-Pakistani cricketer gets 12-year prison sentence for putting bounty on Geert Wilders' head. Politico Europe, cricketer Khalid Latif gets 12-year jail sentence by Dutch court for inciting murder of anti-Islam MP Geert Wilders. India, Saudi discuss ports rail project, local currency trade. Reuters, at G20, US, India, Saudi, EU unveil alternative to Belt and Road. EURACTIV, threat to China's BRI. All about India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor. WION, G20 has flagged off a new train race in the Middle East. This time India is at the heart. The print, no corridor without Turkey. Erdogan opposes India Middle East transport project. Kim Jong-un leaves North Korea on train for Russia for weapons talks with Putin. The Independent, Kim Jong-un, North Korea leader's armored train reportedly heading to meet Putin. BBC, Ukraine-Russia war latest, Kim Jong-un traveling to Russia to meet Putin. The Telegraph, Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin meeting, what we know so far. Al Jazeera English, Kyiv claims advances in south and east, Black Sea oil rig captured. Morocco earthquake, why authorities accept only limited international help. BBC, Morocco earthquake, I had to choose between saving my parents or my son. BBC, rescue teams race against time to find Morocco earthquake survivors, live. The Independent, analysis, Marrakesh artisans among those hit hard in earthquake's devastation. News 24, Morocco earthquake latest news. Death toll rises to nearly 2,500. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.